For those of you old enough to remember, aging yourselves here, aging myself here, there used to be a television show on, and really, I mean, it aired in like the 50s or whatever, 40s, 50s, television show called The Twilight Zone. It was a place where weird stuff happened that just didn't make sense. And even if you're not familiar with the show, you've probably heard the term. I feel like I'm there right now. I'm Glenn Naughton with Jet Nation Radio, jetnation.com. Be sure to log into jetnation.com where you can register and become a part of what is the most active Jets message board on the web. What is Aaron Glenn thinking? Aaron Glenn, in case you missed it, this just happened in the last few minutes, and I thought, you know what, we got to talk about this because this is just it's bizarre and it's so it's frustrating because it's the exact opposite of what we were expecting from Aaron Glenn. Aaron Glenn came in, right? He's the Bill Parcells disciple. He's the no-nonsense guy. He's the, tell it like it is, not going to care if he hurts feelings, do the right thing, do what's best for the team. He was asked today, Wild Wave, how we doing, guy? What's up, buddy? He was asked today about Justin Fields' time to throw, from snap to throw, which has been worse than the NFL for at least a few weeks now. And still is. It still is. But Aaron Glenn, that didn't stop Aaron Glenn from twisting and contorting himself to make excuses for Justin Fields holding onto the ball so long. Aaron Glenn went so far as to compare him or to make the comparison that, well, Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, they hold onto the ball longer than he does. No, they don't. And if they did, that would be okay. Because when you're finishing in the top 2 or 3 in MVP voting every year, you can hold on to the ball for 20 minutes. Nobody cares. Just, so what? So Aaron Glenn, and he got called out right away. Rich Cimini, and listen, the beats got to do their job. Rich Cimini hopped right on it. And I happened to be looking at the time to throw numbers earlier in the day. So I knew Justin Fields was still worse than the NFL, according to PFF. PFF has him at 3.3 seconds, longer than any other quarterback in the league. Rich Cimini replies, saying that Next Gen Stats has different numbers, but Fields is still the worst. They've got Fields at 3.01 seconds, Josh Allen at 2.91, and Lamar Jackson at 2.87. Now, Glenn did say that, and Cimini touched on this, that sometimes when Fields holds onto the ball for a long time, he plays well. Again, Pittsburgh, that was his good game this year. He played well against them, and he was like over 3.5 seconds. All right, so that's what we call an outlier. You don't base your approach or your evaluation of a player based on outliers. Oh, remember that one time this happened and it worked out well? Yeah, that's good. No, it was a fluke. He held the ball for 3.53 seconds, I believe it was, and he played well. That does not mean it's something you want to aspire to do or to be. Justin Fields, I know he says it's not a real stat, but listen, that's like me hopping on a scale and saying pounds aren't a real measure of weight because I don't like what I see. It's ridiculous. I mean, you watch the best quarterbacks in this league operate, especially in crunch time, 2-minute warning or 2-minute drill inside of the 2-minute warning when you're trying to get a quick score. Drop back, hit that back foot, fire, hit that back foot, fire, get the ball out. And you don't see that with Justin Fields. I can't believe Aaron Glenn. I mean, and listen, this is a guy I'm not going to, first of all, couple things. I'm not going to do the revisionist history thing. I loved the hire. I wanted the hire. I said a million times, get an offensive coach, but if you don't, get Aaron Glenn. So it appears I was wrong. I know we're only 6 games in, but this is getting ugly. When you start just making up stats to compare your league worst quarterback to MVPs, wow. And however, the other thing is, it is still very early. I'm sure there are lots of great head coaches. If you look back at their first season, you see some poor performances, some embarrassing comments. So I'm not writing Aaron Glenn off and saying, well, this is over now. It might be, but it's way too early to say. But I'm the guy tweeting out videos week 2, 3, whatever it was, of Aaron Glenn running up and getting guys' faces, screaming at them. And I'm like, oh, man, how great is this? I don't care that they lost. They have a coach who's preaching accountability, and he's getting on guys. Justin Fields gets a free pass for everything. I mean, Justin Fields turned in what, as we've said, worst performance statistically in the history of this franchise, negative 10 yards. Aaron Glenn didn't even consider benching him. That was, listen, I killed Robert Saleh for not considering benching Zach Wilson in that disaster of a game against the Patriots when he ended up benching Zach the next day. And Fields was worse. And Aaron Glenn not even considering it. And I don't want to be a hypocrite here, right? Because I did say at the beginning of the year that I thought the number one thing this year was going to be Aaron Glenn evaluating his quarterback. I think that evaluation might be done. He's in year 5 now. And he looks as bad as he ever has. He might look worse than he ever has. So keep trotting him out there, keep evaluating. And, does this team win a game this year? Can't see it happening. It's almost, it is getting to the point, honestly. If they were to win a game, it would kind of be fairly impressive. Because I'm expecting these guys within the next 2-3 weeks to just pack it up and start making business decisions. At 0-8, 0-9, 0-10, you're going to keep pushing, putting your body on the line. I'm not saying it's the right thing to do. I'm saying these are human beings. And I'll bet some of them are going to be like, hey, I got 8 games till free agency, 7 games till free agency. Am I going to go out there and hurt myself? Maybe see a lot of little bit of some nagging injuries here and there. Oh, got to sit out a couple weeks. Oh, it's acting up again. My back, my knee, whatever. That way there's no bad film of me not putting in the work. And there's not a major injury. I don't know. We'll see. That's all. That'll remains to be seen. But I said after, week 2 or 3, when Aaron Glenn was applauding his guys for playing so hard, I said, let's settle down and let's see if they're playing hard. If they get to 0-7, 0-8, 1-9, 2-10, whatever, let's see if they're still playing hard then. Because early in the year, it's a little bit easier to digest. The season's just started. You don't feel completely demoralized. But really at 0-6, they may. So these next few weeks are going to be interesting to see if the effort stays high. If it does, that's great. And that'll be a great sign for Aaron Glenn. But it's what even Brian Costello, the New York Post, he tweeted something out saying maybe Aaron Glenn, and I see Wild Wave just said something similar in the chat. Try to find it here. In the forum. By the way, I know I said it at the top. Check out the forums at jetnation.com. Most active message board on the web. And I can just scroll through these threads, and other Jets fans will have posted content from the beat. It's just an algorithm. Like, it pulls everything in. Let's see. Brian Costello. Here are Aaron Glenn's comments on Justin Fields holding onto the ball. Probably not his best idea to bring up Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen as comparisons. Exactly. It's kind of embarrassing. So here's exactly what Aaron Glenn said. Let me pull up the comments. Kind of ridiculous. Let's see here. And again, keeping in mind, Justin Fields does hold onto the football longer than any quarterback in the NFL. I know that's a huge topic right now that everyone talks about, but there's a lot that goes into that. When you look at the times he gets the ball out, some of those have been in his best games. When he's holding onto the ball 3 seconds or whatnot. That's who he is. Sometimes it's play calls, the way he sees things. I'm not sitting here saying he doesn't need to get the ball out. There's some quick game where the ball needs to come out. You work on those in practice. There's also an element of we know who that player is. You look at Lamar. His numbers getting the ball out is higher than Justin. Josh Allen's numbers are higher than Justin's. No, they are not, and no, they are not. I think everybody tends to see who those guys are and understand that. First of all, the numbers aren't higher, and if they were, yes, they would understand that because they're MVPs. For some reason, they don't understand Justin. Wow, I missed that part on the first read-through. Some reason, people don't give Justin Fields a free pass for holding onto the ball longer than any quarterback in the NFL. Wonder why. Why does Josh Allen get away with it? Why does Lamar Jackson get away with it? Having a hard time spotting the difference between Justin Fields, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen. They're all the same guy, right? If you're starting a franchise, you take any 3 of them. There wouldn't be any difference from one to the other. That's a great question from Aaron Glenn there. He doesn't understand why people don't let Justin Fields slide on holding the ball longer than any quarterback in the NFL. I'm not sitting here saying that there aren't some times when you need to get the ball out. He knows that. He articulated that to you guys. Yeah, I agree. He has said many of the right things. We're going to continue to work on that as much as we can. Well, I would hope so. Wow, folks. Wow. That's all I can say at this point is wow. I mean, I don't, Aaron Glenn doesn't understand why. He doesn't understand why Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson get a free pass and people criticize Justin Fields. It's so unfair. They're like triplets. They're identical in every way. Unbelievable, folks. Unbelievable. Check out the game preview on the Jet Nation front page. I got to cut this one short. Key matchups, though, I want to see Sauce Gardner against Tetero McMillan, the guy, of course, I rambled on about for over a year, had his first 2 touchdowns. I think that's going to be a good matchup. 2 athletic guys, 2 super long, lengthy athletic guys. I think that can be a fun matchup. I think Ikem Ekwonu against Will McDonald is going to be a key matchup because Carolina does a nice job running behind him with Chuba Hubbard. And Will McDonald, not the best guy in the world against the run. So if I'm Carolina, I'm going to run left all day long until the Jets show they can slow it down. And let's see some Breece Hall, because with so many wide receivers out, Garrett isn't going to play. Josh Reynolds unlikely to play. If he does, he'll be hobbled, and he's not very good when he's not hobbled, or at least he hasn't been for the Jets. So what they're going to look, I think this could be an interesting day for Arian Smith. I mean, Justin Fields, now that the Jets are 0-6, has said he would like to start pushing the ball down the field. If that's the case, let's see your 4-2, a world-class sprinter get some deep shots. Let's see Quentin Skinner. Let's activate Quentin Skinner. I said this when they picked him up as an undrafted free agent. You watch Quentin Skinner in college at Kansas catching footballs from Jalen Daniels. Dude is catching one bomb after another deep down the field, showed excellent hands, ability to win to high point the ball and win jump balls. Like, if you're going to start chucking it down the field, let's get Quentin Skinner involved and see what he can do. So at least be entertaining this week, Jets. You're going to lose. We know you're going to lose. It's going to be 27-3 with 3 minutes to go, and Justin Fields is going to lead a couple of touchdown drives to make it 27-20, and then we're going to have to hear about how, look, he's not the problem. Look at the box score. I'm not one of those. Rough season, folks. Just bizarre comments from Aaron Glenn. I am not writing him off. I still am a huge fan of the guy, but man, that's discouraging. Like, to just be like, oh, they're worse than Justin is, and why don't they treat him the same? No, not true at all. Not even close. Thanks for hopping on the chat. Like I said, quick one. Got to wrap this one up. Have a good one, Jets fans.